Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the LSU Tigers and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes, bringing this running back in the transfer portal. He knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Things started. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To throw, it's Levitt. Grab behind the line, it's Green. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just...
And it's a fumble on the play. Offense scoops it up and still going. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous balance, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Might be looking to run. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Makes a grab and room to run. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Lost to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air, it's Levin. The throw, grab near the sticks, it's Brown. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll throw it. Hauls it in. Snags it and he's open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they talked about it coming into this game, guys. They were going to be aggressive. They had an opportunity. Could have kicked a field goal? Absolutely not. Hammer down, they stay aggressive, and they strike first in this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Brown will throw it. Finds his man. It's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Here's a give to Washington. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll go with Washington. Got enough for the first. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame rooms, how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Washington. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They're dealing with a second and long. Brown wants to pass. Fires quickly. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decisions, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
He wants to change this route. Motion from the back. They've been running it, but now the pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Pulls it in. It's Nimrod. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Runs through a tackle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And when you think about Alex Golis' offense and his tenure now at the University of Auburn, like they've got to find those guys that can run the football. They like to go fast. And so bringing in Washington at the running back spot, obviously Brown's going to tote this a lot. But Washington, you saw him get totes for Baylor, Palmer, and he was really, really good. Consistent, can make plays, great balance, great speed, great power. Like this 1-2 punch with him and Brown could be elite.
I think there were a lot of running backs hoping to land here at Auburn from the portal just because of what you said. Byron Brown at quarterback. So many defenses this year are going to be keying on his legs. There should be a lot of openings for whoever's in the backfield for Auburn this season, and so it'll be interesting. But no doubt, that running back spot, very key to their balance on offense.
They'll go with Washington. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Auburn lines up quickly.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Caught first down on the nice pickup there. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Brown will throw it. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. They'll go with Washington. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Hard running there. Across the 45. There's a crease. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. The play action fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Looking down the middle. That's caught. It's Johnson. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And this is one of those things that are really hard to stop for a defense, man. When that QB starts to get outside the pocket, now I'm thinking he's going to run it. What are my rules? Nice job by the running back starting to creep back towards his quarterback. Now listen, you throw it over the middle of the field late, it doesn't always turn out well, but on this play, big conversion. Nice job scrambling around, buying some time for his running back to get open.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll give it to Washington. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Quarterback making checks. Brown wants to pass. They're working that left side. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kane. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The quick out. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. Just keeps moving. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And guys, I'm kind of shocked. That's the first time we've called his name. And it's one thing for it to be his first catch going into the half, but that's the first target. This offense is an offense that needs him to be explosive, to make big plays. And in order to make that happen, they've got to target him and find ways to get him the football.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Levitt. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Makes the grab. Fights off a defender. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wilson's got it.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Gives it on the option. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. And the defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long cut. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Richardson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Nimrod. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Goes high to pull it in. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Quarterback floating away from pressure. A shot toward the end zone. He got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Makes it past the marker. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with Oregon taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Richardson. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Kane. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now early in their first possession in the third quarter. They're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job forcing the
Makes the catch and he's free. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Tigers have this offense rolling. Wants to keep it in the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Washington. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Touchdown, Tigers! And here they come, almost all the way back. Here comes the 2-point try. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. He will be stopped short, just shy of the goal line, and the 2-point conversion attempt will fail. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Working that left side now. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work and open.
There he goes. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Tigers! Makes the grab inbounds.
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches. Palmer, nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback, evading the rush, getting outside the pocket, and then not turning the football over. It's so hard not to try to force the football down the field. Good job. Incompletion, next play.
Brown wants to pass. Rushes on him. Fires to the big fella. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, going to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it! He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to Washington. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The offense changing the play. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. Stopped just inside the 25, will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's a give to Washington. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Finds his man. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring the big plays.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Auburn! And the comeback is on. They scored for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Quarterback extends the play. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Fires on the move. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Might be calling a hot route. Brown will throw it. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by one possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Finds a man on the right. Touchdown, Auburn! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
This team right now showing me why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
Man, this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like, not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Here's the pressure. Goes high to pull it in. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Snags it. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. In the red area, it's Durham. Touchdown, LSU! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The Tigers are back on top.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Auburn offense. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Powers through the defender. Could be an alley.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Thrust that arm out. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
When you got a QB with this kind of arm talent, receivers with this kind of speed, they are going to be difficult to stop. They have been up and down the field. They've almost got 450 passing yards now.
The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense cashing it in on that drive. The Tigers are back on top, setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Makes one man miss, and he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got his man out of the backfield. Can't get him to the ground. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Running inside. It's Berry. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to Caden Durham. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I just don't like the play call, guys. 2 straight runs, and you're just wasting clock. At this juncture of the game, you need to score. And you got to score quickly. Running the ball is not going to get it done.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Unleashes one. On target over the middle. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Auburn calls its 2nd of 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Now the LSU Tigers will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. And the Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Run in the red zone, it's Durham. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. A shot toward the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
Throws to the tight end. He's got it. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Makes the grab. Ball is loose. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now on second down. Brown will throw it. Pressure coming. And it's a sack.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him slipping.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Guys, I can't believe this. They must not trust their defense at all. They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to go for it here. You want to talk about a high-risk decision. On fourth down, looking for the completion. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
We'll get it started here in overtime. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They strike first here in overtime. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Brown wants to pass. He'll take a shot. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the con.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
4 down territory in overtime, and they need to pick up a 3rd and long here. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the chart.